that produces very low amounts of byproducts, so no waste or toxic products. Like Martin, he was growing Penicillium roqueforti, and that actually produces toxins. Yeah, that's of course a waste and also dangerous. But don't worry, in the cheese, the toxins get converted into harmless substances. But if you grow the species in a bioreactor, then that doesn't happen. So then you actually are producing toxins. And of course, you want a product that's easy to purify, and we want cells to be robust. So robustness is important for steering the culture, because if your organism needs a lot of oxygen, you need to steer the reactor vessel, and if the cells are very weak, you would rip them apart just by steering them. So these are the things that we are really interested in biotechnology, and there are a number of, I'd say, natural talents, and that's the reason why everybody uses them. That's the yeast and the acetobacter and a few more strains. But these are really the power horses of biotech. Yeast really has a strong cell wall and produces hardly any toxic byproducts, unless you would say that alcohol is a toxin. But most people actually want yeast to produce alcohol. And acetobacter is the acidic acid bacteria, so they make vinegar. Yeah, it's also very robust. It grows. They both grow super fast. So yeah, those are the preferred strains of a bioengineer. You really want to use those, and all the other ones are less. All the other strains that we know, at least, are less attractive because they are, less powerful. Now, so far we've been growing bacteria in a so-called batch culture strategy. A petri dish is a batch because you start with a certain amount of nutrients and you don't add anything anymore during the process. And the growth curve is therefore like this. The red line is the growth curve, and the blue line is the food curve. So in your petri dish, over time, the nutrients get depleted, and therefore the growth stops. At some point, cells start producing toxins, or they take away all the oxygen, and therefore they start dying. But of course, there are alternative methods. So instead of just having a batch, like a fixed amount of nutrients in the beginning, that's on the left, there's also a strategy that's so-called fed batch. So in a fed batch, you would have a bioreactor. You start with a small volume, and over time you keep adding nutrients to it. So you want to extend the exponential growth phase, this logarithmic phase of the